Hello, yogis, and welcome to our Wednesday Connect restorative practice. So, with our restorative class, we utilize props to support the body, and our focus today is going to be to soothe the nervous system. So, the props that I recommend is a firm pillow, and you may also want to have a blanket. I highly recommend having a blanket, even more so than the pillow. I also recommend that you bring yourself towards something that can support you. So the wall or the side of the bed or the side of your desk, because we're going to utilize the wall as a support system and go legs up the wall in today's practice. So let's start with a breath exercise. As we come into an easy seat, you may want to be seated on your blanket to give a little bit of extra comfort underneath your bottom. And let's flip the palms, palm facing down as we close down the eyes. If sitting in this way, cross-legged, is uncomfortable for you in any way, find something that offers you comfort and allow yourself to kind of sink and settle in as you feel into the inhale as it expands and the exhale as it releases. Coming into that natural rise and fall, but even more so the awareness of the breath as you come to your mat. Opening up today's practice with breath awareness. When it comes to regulating the nervous system, the breath is a really important piece. And something that can be very helpful with your breath awareness is to feel into the different parts of the body that expand with your breath. The breath has the ability to regulate the nervous system. And reminding ourselves of that is really important. We tend to live in a dysregulated or a heightened nervous system response on the day-to-day. This can be really detrimental to our health, to our relationships, to our well-being, to our productivity. The nervous system is so important. So we have the central nervous system, just keep breathing, that is made up of the brain and the spine. And then we have the peripheral nervous system that extends out into the rest of the body, taking information back to the spine and the brain. A dysregulated nervous system can be caused by always checking your email. It can be caused by something more serious like someone cutting into your lane and almost hitting you while you're driving down the road. It can be caused by friction within a relationship. Anytime that you feel nervous, that you start to feel the throat close, you start to feel the heart rate increase. I'm sure that even as I said a couple of those things, you had a visceral reaction to the thought of those things. And it's not that that is wrong. The nervous system is meant to come online. We have our sympathetic and our parasympathetic. And the sympathetic is the part of the nervous system that comes online when we come into that heightened, dysregulated nervous system response. And through our restorative practice, we want to shift into our parasympathetic nervous system, which is also referred to as our rest or digest nervous system response. So this is much more calming. Let's start to balance out the breath. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take 3 more rounds. You can count them out in your own mind, but you're taking in for 1 count and you're letting go for the same count. This balanced breath is very helpful in regulating the nervous system. And then we're going to shift to another breath awareness, which is the 4, 7, 8 breath. So what that is you inhale for the count of 4, you hold the breath for 7, and then you exhale for the count of 8. Now, what this does in the body is it floods the body with oxygen-rich nutrients. It oxygenates the blood, and when the blood has an abundance of oxygen, the body is more calm. If you think about on television, when you see someone starting to hyperventilate and they breathe into that bag, that is helping them to reoxygenate their body. So when we exhale more fully, we're letting go of more carbon dioxide, meaning that we have more of an abundance of oxygen. So let's practice 4, 7, 8. Inhaling for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue 3 more rounds of breath in this way. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Return to a natural rhythm of breath with breath awareness. And just notice in this moment how your body feels. Notice in this moment how the body feels. Are the shoulders coming away from the ears? Do you feel openness through the heart space, openness through the throat? Does the body feel relaxed? Are you holding tension? You can utilize these breath practices anytime throughout the day. I think that's why I love breath practice or breath work so much, is that the breath is always there for us, any moment, every moment of every day. And so whether it is the balanced breath that made you feel more calm, whether it is the 4, 7, 8 breath that led you to feel more calm, or maybe you have a breath practice that you utilize, know that Whatever works for you, let that draw you forward. Let that be the breath practice that you practice, that you rely on in moments when you need it. Maybe throughout today, you take 3 opportunities to practice this breath. All right, let's shift our legs up the wall. So I recommend placing the blanket at the base of the wall. And then sometimes it can feel a little funny as you get into this legs up the wall pose. Don't worry. Maybe it's legs up the couch, up the back of the couch, or maybe it's legs up the bed. Just anything where you can feel that support of the lower extremities of the lower part of the body. And I encourage you here to bring yourself as close to the wall as you can, and then allow yourself to sink into the floor. So as you come into this legs up the wall, let the shoulders sink into the floor, close down the eyes. Let the legs just feel heavy. Notice if, as you put the legs up the wall, you created some tension through your core or low back. See what you can do to allow that to really release and start to feel the support from the floor and the wall. Feel into the connection points to the floor from the space beneath you. Just take a moment to take a couple deep breaths and acknowledge those connection points. Maybe you have the elbows, the backs of the arms, the shoulders. Maybe you can feel that low back connected. Take a moment to acknowledge all of the connection points, the true support of the floor beneath you. And then connect to the connection points to the wall. So maybe you can feel your bottom against the wall. Maybe you feel your calves against the wall. Maybe you feel your heels against the wall. Take a moment to feel into the bottom of the feet. How do the bottom of the feet feel as they are not connected to the floor, which they usually are? Taking a moment to get connected to the body and to the support that is around us. Take 2 deep breaths here. Maybe it's the balanced breath where you count up on the inhale and down on the exhale. Maybe it's that 4-7-8 breath. Maybe it is square breath. Square breath is where you inhale for the count of 4. You pause for the count of 4. Exhale for the count of 4, and then pause for the count of 4. I like to actually visualize a square in my mind's eye as I inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, pause, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, pause, 4, 3, 2, 1. I recommend taking 3 more rounds of square breath. And let's take our right hand to the left breast and the left hand to the right. So you're crossing the arms over the chest and link the thumbs together on each hand. And we're just going to tap one hand down and then the other. Tap one hand and then the other. Find this rhythm in your body. Maybe you want to tuck your chin to your chest, lengthening out through your neck. And keep your breath consistent and steady. Stay connected to your breath. Keep tapping. If the mind wanders, draw it back. Reconnect to the breath. Let's pause the tapping and take a couple deep breaths into the lungs. Really focus on breathing into the lungs. Feel that part of the body, feel the chest expand and release. Now from here, bring your hands more toward your shoulders, keeping the arms crossed in front of the body, giving yourself a hug. I just want you to kind of squeeze into that center line and reconnect to your breath and feel into your own embrace. Feel into your own embrace. And let's take a moment to repeat some affirmations here. So something that I like to consider when I come into this embrace is I love myself. I appreciate myself. Now, you may want to say these out loud or repeat them in your mind's eye. And if there's any affirmation that I say, I want that creates a physical reaction in your body, like maybe your throat gets tight, or maybe the heart races a little bit. I want you to bring your awareness to the physical response of how you feel when you say these things to yourself. So, I love myself. I appreciate myself. I respect myself. I appreciate my journey. I appreciate and love the person that I've become and the person I'm becoming. I show myself grace. I show myself compassion. I show myself respect. I am abundant. I am powerful. I am empowered. I love myself. I appreciate myself. I respect myself. Maybe there's an affirmation that's coming to the forefront that you want to repeat. And I encourage you to link this to your breath. As you inhale, I love myself, breathing that love throughout the body. And as you exhale, breathe that into the space around you. Inhale, I appreciate myself, taking that energy in, and on your exhale, breathing it into your energy field. Inhale, I respect myself. And exhale, breathe that into the energy field. Inhale, I show myself compassion. And exhale, breathe that into your energy field. Inhale, I am abundant. And exhale, breathe that into your energy field. Let's unravel the hands. Let the hands place on the belly. And just allow for the hands, the palms to come palms facing down, resting on the belly. And now let's focus on breathing into the belly. Really expand the belly with the breath. Connect to that deep belly breath. And as your hands are there and you're breathing into that space, taking in full breaths, feeling that part of your body expand. Maybe reflect on your gut feelings and your relationship to your gut feelings. A gut feeling can feel like a knowing. It can be labeled as intuition. Do you trust your gut feeling? Do you act on your gut feelings? One gut feeling can be, I should call this person, or I should text this person, or I should connect with this person. And maybe you have no idea why, but they're in your heart, they're in your gut. And do you make that phone call? Do you send that text message? Do you make that connection? It can be as simple as, you crossed my mind. I just wanted to let you know I was thinking of you. What is your relationship to your gut feelings? And I want you to know that there's no right or wrong answer here. It's awareness, and awareness can be seen as neutral. The more that we act on our gut feelings, we get positive reinforcement. And then the gut and the mind and the intuition and the inner knowing are even more in alignment. And we, as our most authentic self, is even more in alignment. Let's take a moment to bend into the knees, planting the feet on the wall. Wrap the hands around the knees. And with the feet planted, take a couple deep breaths. Allow yourself to feel into what you feel through the legs. Let your hands come down onto the floor and slowly start to walk the body over to one side, bringing your top hand down onto the floor, pressing your body up. And we're going to shift into our final resting pose, letting the legs come out long. It might feel good to take a moment to pedal out those legs. And then let's get nice and tall before we come into our final resting pose. Let's plant the left hand down, reach the right hand, open through the side body. Come back through center, right hand comes down, left hand reaches. Come back through center. If that bolster is there, apparently we're not going to need the bolster today, unless you want to use it underneath your head. You can always use your blanket and place it over top of you if you want a little bit of extra warmth or comfort. Sometimes it can feel really nice as you come down into your Shavasana to place that blanket on your heart space for a little bit of extra warmth, a little bit of extra groundedness into that heart space. Find a placement of your hands and your body that feels restorative, that feels relaxing, that feels nourishing for you. So if keeping your legs extended doesn't feel very good in this moment, know that you can come into any final pose. And let's re-tap, reconnect to our breath. If there was a breath practice today that we've done that really spoke to you, maybe it's the balanced breath, maybe it's the 4-7-8, maybe it's the box breath, maybe it's the belly breathing. Come back to that. Whatever you connect to most, and allow yourself to be still. Let's take 3 more rounds of breath here. Draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your hands around your knees, gently rock from side to side. You can grab the backs of your legs as you rock yourself up or press yourself up, coming into seated position. Let's flip those palms, palm facing down onto the thighs. Once again, tuck the chin to the chest. Take a moment to acknowledge how you feel in this moment, how the body feels, how the mind is functioning, how you feel emotionally. Do you feel more grounded? Do you feel more centered? Do you feel more regulated? Know that you can come back to this practice anytime when you feel that you could use more regulation. Again, know that you can utilize these breath practices anytime throughout your day. If there was one that really helped you to feel good, helped you to feel grounded and centered, do that throughout your day. You don't have to come to your mat to practice that breath awareness and bring that regulation in. Thank you for being here and allowing me to share this practice with you. It is always my honor. The light, the love, the wisdom in me sees, honors, reflects, and encourages the light, the love, the wisdom in you. Namaste. I hope to see you again on your mats very, very soon. And until then, may your light be your guide.